So I usually try and take one like driving trip anywhere in the world. And I usually like to go to places obviously that I've never been to before. The album, however, was not that. It was really more a metaphorical journey than a physical one. And it's a metaphorical journey to places that I've never been to before in my mind. Africa is of course one of them. And large parts of India that I've actually, often forget that our country itself is so rich, so diverse, with so many different sounds. And we spend, as a composer, I spend 90% of my time in a closed room, imagining what these places are actually like. So, the album is sort of a metaphorical journey to all these places that I've got really written in. Like Africa is one of them. It has a lot of African influences, Arabic and Middle Eastern influences, Balkan, and then of course influences from Northeast, which is where Kalpana is from, and other parts of India.
भारतवर्ष के उत्तर पूर्वांचल जो क्षेत्र है वो अभी भी एक्चुअली पूरी एक्सप्लोर नहीं है और पहले तो 7 स्टेट्स थे, अभी 8 हो गया, सिक्किम भी ऐड हो गया। और आप कहाँ से हैं? मैं ऐसे आसाम से हूँ, लेकिन मेरा कर्म क्षेत्र की अगर बात करें वो उत्तर प्रदेश और बिहार हो गया। तो वो ऐसा हो गया, पूरी प्लानिंग नहीं था लेकिन ऐसा ही है। और मैं सोचती हूँ कि एज अ फोक सिंगर वो मेरे लिए सबको वो मौका नहीं मिल रहा। लाइक आप कहीं और क्षेत्र से होते हो, मैं अब तक 30 भाषा में गा चुकी हूँ, लेकिन फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के लिए एक गाना गा दिया आपने, भाषा को इमिटेट कर दिया, वो अलग बात है। लेकिन आप आसाम से होकर अगर आप उत्तर प्रदेश या भोजपुरी संगीत की लोक गायिका के रूप में आप उस क्षेत्र की परिचय के हिसाब से जाने जाते हो, आई थिंक वो मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है। एंड वॉयज में ये बहुत मुझे एक अच्छा हमेशा एक मौका मिल जाता है। मैंने भाषा की बात कही, अगर मैं एक सॉन्ग परफॉर्म कर रही हूँ उसमें 6 अलग अलग भाषा होता है। तो उसमें पंजाबी भी है, ऑफकोर्स राजस्थानी है, तो मेरे लिए ये ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है। और इसी बहाने खासकर भोजपुरी जो बिरहा, खड़ी बिरहा भी ऐसे सब्जेक्ट है, बिरहा है लेकिन खड़ी बिरहा नहीं है। सो रूप गाने के द्वारा फोक स्टूडियो में बिरहा का प्रेजेंटेशन होना, वो भी भोजपुरी बोली आना, और ये पहली बार हुआ। भोजपुरी बोली पहली बार एमटीवी फोक स्टूडियो में आया।
It's a highly political subject, and I don't think I want to really put my stamp on it, because honestly, I think as an artist, you could have an opinion, and until you really act upon it, and do something about it, it just stays an opinion.
So there's no point putting it about.
Yeah, I mean, it just sounds right, but I feel that I think people have taken it to a maddening and crazy, decibel point now. This sort of heavy angst in nationalism. It's a bit corny to me, actually. And I think if you really love your country, then you would do things to actually make it beautiful and make an impact, other than stand up in the movie theatre and sing a national anthem. I think it's the power of running that music and sort of making it large and giving it a broad funnel. That's held by only a few people in Bombay. So we know who those people are. So I don't think they have an artistic issue with anything. They are businessmen. So they run the music like a music business. They don't have any artistic opinion or point of view or take or aspiration to do something incredibly artistic. That's the difference between what was, why music sounded the way it did in our country 40 years back in movies specifically, the way it sounds right now. Because 40-50 years back, the directors of the films were great music aficionados, and they were very educated in music. So when they would sit with the music director, they would actually understand music, whether it's the lyric of the song or whether it's the music itself.
Now it's what it says.
Yeah, unfortunately, and there are still few. There are good directors who still have an opinion, but I find that it's very diluted because it's run like a business. Our music is sort of genreless actually, and quite often when I have to. I'll give you an example. So, when you fill up these forms, when you have to place your music somewhere, you have to place it under a category. And it took me 2 days to determine what category to put it in, because there are so many different genres. And I don't make music like that, and I don't subscribe to that. But if it suits you, and if it makes you happy calling it world music, then I guess a lot of the sounds are actually been around, stayed with me for the last 10-15 years. And the album is sort of metamorphosis of all these different sounds.
sound.
which is cooking in my head. So, for example, the song that I collaborated with Kandana on the album, Bare Bare. That's sort of a North African beat groove with an Assamese folk. So these two worlds would not normally never meet. But I felt that when I heard the beat, I instinctively felt that there is a melodic contour which is very typical of in the Northeast, which will sit very beautifully on top of this. So, you know, it's, a lot of it is sort of just instinctual stuff. I mean, it's hard to kind of, you can't plan it. It's not a science project, if you know what I mean. It takes time. You can't rush it. You can't do it like a science project. Oh, I'm going to do this with that. It doesn't work like that. It needs to sit, it needs to simmer and slow cook. I think the slow cook, once it slow cooks, then it becomes organic. And I think once it becomes organic, then people sort of, it resonates with people.